going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, readoptionagency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay, and and I've got proof of concept. I do. On two fronts, actually. A Poshmark front that you will see later in this video. And then the first one is about eBay and how screwed up eBay is. What the hell is wrong with eBay? So, yesterday, if you did not know, I only had like $200 in sales up until I don't even know what time in the evening. I was getting server failures trying to upload items. It was losing my items. Yesterday's videos, I had the list of all the different stuff going on that was wrong. So I'm like, you know what? There's going to be a shutdown overnight because there's going to be maintenance because the site is just totally jacked. I didn't expect zero sales. Yes. Zero sales in, let's see, that would be 7.5, 8 hours, 8.5 hours, zero sales, zero. Goose egg, zero. One item just sold as I was pulling at 9:24. So from 1:23 to 9:23, just call it, zero sales. So 8 hours. What can you say? I mean, 52,000 freaking items, zero sales. So we had an 8-track that just sold. So for the day at 9:47 a.m. headed toward 10 o'clock, I'm at $11. $11. Yesterday, after I turned off my sale, I got a nice little rebound. I was at like 220 or something when I turned off my sales, ended up with 530. So turning off my sales did get some action going. Well, at least I got a little bit full dollar for some items, and then some offers were coming through on especially on an item I thought would have sold a long time ago, but hasn't. Now finally did. Last 31 days down 6.8%. So I was starting to go in the right direction. And these past couple of days have just been terrible. So only 32 items sold yesterday, 9 organic, 23 promoted. So far this morning, just the 1 promoted. That's pretty bad. I did my little Cardinal baseball check. None of my, on a page of 240, the first page, I've got 1 item. That's, can't make this shit up. It's like, wow, really? See if my, the stuff I called in yesterday is still a problem. Go into performance. We ran into a problem. Can't show this. Which means if that's not fixed by tomorrow, I won't be able to do my weekly update on what I sold or how much money I made, because those those numbers are not showing for me. It says we ran into a problem. It can't show your metrics, sales metrics not right now. Please try again later. So when I called in yesterday, he was pretty quick to get off the phone, so I felt like, I don't even know if he put anything in, to be honest with you. It didn't feel like he's like, well, I could put in for a general problem, because he wanted me to click each one when I was trying to list. He wanted me to click each one individually and try to list it individually. I'm like, no. I'm like, I do too much volume to go one by one. I'm not doing that. Plus, I don't know which 13 it wouldn't accept and which 12 it would accept on the server failure. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. He's like, you're not going to do that? I'm like, no. He's like, well, I could just put in a general report, a general ticket. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But he was like real quick to get off the phone, so I don't even know if he did it, to be honest with you. It's just sad. It is sad. So we'll see what happens today. So now I'm trying to decide, what do I do? Do I just wait it out since there's clearly problems? I think I'm going to have to. It wouldn't make no sense to put my sales back on and do that if there's issues. I think what I might try to do is something a little different and put buy 2 or more, get free shipping on almost all my items in the store. Do it on hats, t-shirts, all the smaller-ish type items. Because for some reason, after I turned off my sales yesterday, I got a decent amount of multiple orders. And if you watch my videos, you know I love those, and I used to get them all the time, and now lately I've been struggling to get any. So I think I just wait it out and see what happens. But yeah, $11 at 10 a.m. when I should be $200. But I do have a green light with Poshmark now on a topic I've been questioning. So we'll talk about that when I get to shipping Poshmark, which will be here in a minute because I'm going to do it first. But let's see if we've got questions and comments. Basically, as a reseller myself, I now realize I do not work for myself. I work for eBay. Therefore, like any job, you just have to take it. Next, I've just been taking stuff out of my shop and selling it elsewhere. I'm even considering lowering my shop down to the previous subscription. It feels like a waste of money at this point. Next, eBay currently rolling out a new glitch package to fix the old glitches and create new ones. No views. eBay at its worst time to move on. I have found a few thoughts. I have found if you mess with sales too much, you jam up the system. Better to have a promotions following you know what I'm trying to say, in order. Like current sale ends Friday at 12, but the new one begins at 12:30 on Friday. This has been working for me. Well, I know with sales, it takes about 2 hours for a sale to come down, fully come down, at least 2 hours. So they tell you not to start up a new sale for 2 hours. So, I don't know. Hoping for a strong Q4 to lift everyone up. We're getting worse going into Q4. It's steadily going downhill. At least the worst days are. Oh, no. I like the singing at the beginning of the video. You should add a 1-chord sustained guitar lick with your My Boring Reseller logo at the beginning of the videos. I don't understand. I thought you made a good income on eBay. Surely your eBay and YouTube income is more than enough money for your wife to retire. No. I make 60 to 80,000 a year, but my wife this year will make over 200. So no. No, I don't make enough to sustain the lifestyle. No. If we cut back, but Jan will never do that. To her, that's failing. So that will never happen. So it has to be enough to sustain the lifestyle. So, and plus my business right now is just paying me and the business bills. It's not doing any extra. That's why I'm trying to grow the YouTube to get that extra. So, yeah, it's a big hill to climb for me on the YouTube side of it. Big hill. Keep going, James. Keep up the good and hard work. Night out. My sales are better than ever, but I don't sell cheap stuff you find at any thrift store. Yeah, well, that's not the problem with me, unfortunately. And that's not the problem going on with everybody that's having issues. So when it tells you there's a server failure, it's not because you're selling thrift store items. I also encountered the error today where I couldn't post any listings, but I was able to save them as drafts. I have 1,900 plus items. One sale today, and it is 8:51 p.m. Could just be a bad day. September 16th and 18th were also bad. Not sure if just me. It's not just you. It is not just you. eBay better get their crap together. I think the promoted listing algorithm has screwed everything up. Yeah, the promoted algorithm mixed with the search algorithm, I don't think they're gelling. It's just something is search we know is messed up, and I've always theorized promotions are messed up somehow, some way. And it could be that you just maybe are not working well together, clashing with each other. I don't know how tech works, but I'm convinced that eBay management needs to be charged criminally at this point. This is gross negligence to run a website like this that so many small businesses are dependent on. I strongly believe they're going to cook the books on the third quarter numbers to investors. I've read that Disney was also doing something similar in regards to performance on their Disney Plus shows. Interesting. I had a thought. I was going somewhere with it, and I forgot where I was going. Why are you in my eyesight here? I forget where I was going. I tried to run new promotions today, and this is what eBay displayed. Our server is down, but we'll have things back to normal soon. Please pet that dog. I always pet Courtney. I'm always playing and petting with Courtney. How dare you? Just when you thought things could not get lower, they do. I'm just fighting it right now. I'm fighting to stay positive. But $10 since 1:30 in the morning, and we're at 10 o'clock. I'm at a loss of what to do. I know I just got to put it on my mind and see how the day plays out. So there's nothing I can do unless I turn the sale back on. But when I turned the sale off, since I was turning off 30%, I jumped my promotions from 9 to 13. And it seemed to work at first, but now it's, nothing is dead. Oh well. Let's get into getting this stuff shipped out because I can't do anything about it. All right, so Poshmark. Man, mouse. So for Poshmark, I've had this question for quite a while now. Should I list media on Poshmark? Is it a waste of my time? Should I? So then yesterday I got an order for a Garth Brooks box set. Ta-da! I'm like, cool, media. It's selling. But then I realized it's a bundle. Celine Dion DVD, Mariah Carey CD, Celine Dion CD, Guns N' Roses, and Billy Joel. So we got a 6-piece media bundle, which I was hoping for with the media on there. And that's what I got. So I am happy. All this together sold for $27. And this is all lower end media. So very happy about that. So this is giving me the green light to go ahead and put my media on Posh also. So does that fit in there? Yeah, it should. So I'm happy about that. I was like going to bed with happy thoughts because of that sale, plus my videos did well yesterday. And then I wake up to the worst sales day ever overnight. So kind of bummed. Kind of turned the table on me there a little bit. Let me put some bubble in here. So I went from a decent rebound yesterday after turning my sales off to the videos doing good, and then this sale going, okay, that's a positive all the way around. Not expecting to do zero overnight. I don't know if I've ever done zero overnight, ever, in 22 years of doing this. Especially with the most items I've ever had listed. I'm kind of just really dumbfounded right now, really honestly. I'm having a hard time processing this. All right, make sure all this stuff is pulled. I'm clicking on. Well, I've only had one sale, so it should be, unless I missed something. I did miss the puzzle, so I'll have to get that later, I guess. But yeah, I mean, even turning up my percentage after I turn off my sales, I mean, even when I turn off my sales before, I still didn't have 0 sales. I was actually still pushing close to the same number with less items, obviously. I think the worst thing is like I'm alone, meaning there's nothing I can do. I could call in, but I'm just going to get the same old stupid responses. Well, not everything sells all the time. You know, we're just, well, it could be your items. And I don't have the patience for that. With something this drastic, I would probably end up losing my cool, honestly. Well, did you try clearing your cache and cookies? No. That would push me over the edge. And you know what's weird is, I mean, this is international. Let me click. But I turn off my sales. I get more multiples than before. But when's the last time I sold an item to Hong Kong? So I got a DVD going to Hong Kong. So not only did I get like, you know, one extreme, I got a little change the other way also, you know, it's like positive, like the multiples plus the Hong Kong. It's like, yeah, I'm sure you can't put those two together, but. And I'm going to be overthinking stuff today, so I need to stop. So I do apologize for the dead air in this video. I am dumbfounded, and I'm trying to, now I got to try to start changing my mindset for the day. Maybe I look at it like this. Let's see how freaking low we can go. Let's see if I can go all day with just $10. That's what I want. I want to go all day with just $11 in sales. So then you know what? My ass is calling tomorrow, and I am going to try my hardest and everything in my power to climb the ladder at eBay. You give me $11 sales in one full day, you're going to see what James is capable of doing when he's pushed to a line. When things go wrong in life, like we're done wrong, like we were done wrong on our deck. If you don't know, we had a $18,000 deck being installed 5 years ago. I noticed my dad was a carpenter, so I know a little bit about what's right, what's wrong. And I'm watching these two guys build this deck. And it was with a company. And I'm just going, that doesn't seem right. And then the whole deck collapsed at one point when they were trying to frame it up. And then they re-shimmied it up, and it was like, you could tell it was off. So I started asking the supervisor who'd come out and check on them, do you got all the permits? Because you have to have permits here in Maryland Heights for the deck. Yeah, we got the permits. Because if it's not permitted and safe, you know, you can't sell your house. You'll have to replace it before you can sell the house, basically. Or anything like that. So every day she came out, I was like, or she kept saying, oh yeah, we got the permits. It's, you know, wherever. Normally they have to hang a permit. But she would always say, oh yeah, we got it at the office or whatever, every time. About halfway, a little more than halfway through the build, I mean, I'm looking at this. They're using nails instead of screws. And it's just, things are wonky. adding up right. And I'm just like, what the hell? I'm glad I didn't sign anything. Then they started trying to force me to sign the paperwork. I'm like, no, I'm not signing this paperwork till it's done and I see the inspection, or you see the I just said it, the permit. Because then somebody will have to inspect it to make sure it's nice and safe and everything. So they kept trying to force me to sign them. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. So I ended up keep going, keep finishing. It was up. She goes, okay, you owe us $18,000. Here's the paper, sign it. I'm like, nope. Show me the permit. You show me the permit, you get paid. You don't show me the permit, you're not getting paid. She didn't show the permit. The owner of the company comes out and tries to strong arm me. Oh, well, I'm going to have to take you to court. I'm like, please do. And I'm going to take you for everything you've got. Because you don't have a permit to do this. And I asked him, I'm like, do you see anything wrong with this deck? He goes, I see 100 things wrong with this deck. I'm like, you think I'm going to pay you for this deck? And he vanished. And I made such a stink on social media and stuff. And he was working underneath like a parent company name. They ended up dropping him. I caused so much stink. But in situations like that, like before, I was gonna say, Jan will, I'll start the thing, then Jan will take it up a notch, and then if Jan can't finish something out, then James comes back in and he takes it to a whole nother freaking level. Because I don't like being, I'm very patient, but you push me too, and I've got, you can push me and push me and push me and I blow it off. You push me too far and I'm going over the edge and I'm taking you with me. And so I ended up getting a hold of the parent company. They ended up dropping his contract or whatever he had with them. He changed their name. I found the name change, went to the Facebook page, started contacting customers saying, watch this guy, he's shady, etc., etc. I did that so much, he changed the company name again, but then put it under his wife's name, and then added another name under his daughter's name. I found both of them, started going after the people that they were going to screw over, and telling them, watch it, don't sign anything till the work is done, because these people will screw you, telling them what happened. And I made his life a living hell. He ended up dying in November, I want to say 2019 or 2020. I want to say 2019, maybe even 2018. Because when I would go every year I'd go in to see what he's doing, where he's doing it, what name he's doing it under, everything. And then I saw that he died. Not too long after he put a company in his wife's name and a company in his daughter's name. So I'm like, my work's done. He won't screw over anybody else. But I will raise a big stink is what I'm saying if I only end with $11 for the whole day. So let's see how low James can go today. All right, let's get some mailers here. All right, first up, we've got Johnny Lee 45. Sold for $4. Headed to California, Wilton, California. I'm just saying, I will find my way to the CEO somehow and be like, dude. And then I will find all the shareholders. I'll be like, dude, I'll make one video stating everything, rating all your guys' comments over the however far back I can go. I will take that video and I will send it to anybody and everybody within the company and or has a share in the company that I can get it to. I will do whatever I've got to, because I'm tired of our voices not being heard. I'm tired of being screwed over. I'm tired of the insubordinate of this company and the way they're handling their business. and screwing so many people in the process. We got the Schleich, I don't know how it's pronounced. I hear it, but I never can remember it. Night horse. So for $5, headed to Clarksville, Tennessee. Hey, the monkeys. But it's not cool. It's not cool, man. Okay, 9, 8 by 6 by 4. Chrissy Lee. Next up, we've got, are you ready for a vinyl life? Yeah. We've got 3 vinyl so far. $21. So we got Dr. John, Rolling Stones, and the band. $21 headed to Montana. Can't remember the last time I sold something to Montana. It's been a minute. That's not a normal state I mail to. $2-0. Alrighty, Thomas. Can you believe how quiet it is? I mean, no cha-chings. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you know what's weird is the down detector is not pinging. Like, I expected to go there. And now it's starting to climb. 16. Just 30 minutes ago, it was at 16. I'm going to click it because something's clearly freaking wrong. I cannot log into my account. Ran into a problem. Please try later. This one dude who responds to everything on the eBay message boards and here, he gets on my nerves so bad. If you've been on him, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Because he's not even a seller. He's a buyer. But he thinks he's like the eBay whiz. And he don't understand the problems that are going on. He tried, like this person said, please, you know, the same thing we get for all these different things. Ran into a problem, please try again later. Any difference if you use a different link, different browser, different device? What? Can you use the eBay app or sign into Canadian eBay site? Really? Dude, you're not helping nobody. And when he said something to me, we were going back and forth one time. He said something to me. I'm like, so are you going to reach out to the millions of eBay customers I'm losing and let them know how to do it correctly? If that's how you'd supposedly do it? Like logging in or turning off your spam control or something. I don't remember what it was. But I'm like, well, go ahead and reach out to the millions of customers and let them know. All right, next up. Irvine Anteaters hat. Sold for $9.50, headed to West Bend, Wisconsin. right. The item I thought would sell a lot quicker, picked it up at a yard sale this summer for $5, I think it was. The Lacoste Mickey Mouse sweatshirt. Sold for $50. Headed to Maryland. Gaithersburg, Maryland. That's really not big. That's that size. Oh, I'm out of the huge ones. Whoops. I didn't know I was that low on the big ones. Uh-oh. Alright, I gotta put in an order today anyway, so. You're gonna have to fit in one of these. Or a box. A box. A box. Today could be a day where Poshmark beats out eBay for me. If this continues. Yesterday, I just sat down and started cross-listing for most of the day. I was ending stuff that I wanted to cross-post onto eBay. I was ending it and selling similar so that I could pull it over to Vendu. And then putting it up on eBay. Some of it got listed on on Posh. So we got, are you ready for a hat lot? Yeah. 2 Mizzou Nike hats. Sold together for $13. Headed over to Wood River, Illinois. Across the river. But I'm going to try that. Putting the... I already have the buy 2, get free shipping on the media. And the thing is, when I run a sale, though, you don't see that until you put an item in cart. It doesn't advertise it because the 30% off overtakes everything else. So maybe if I put that on without sales, see if I can get more multiples. See if it drives it up or not. So I will make that change today and see what happens. Next up, we've got... Yeah, Adrian didn't come down and ship last night, so all this stuff's from yesterday. Our Carmela Vineyards, Idaho visor. Headed to Georgia, sold for $10. Guess he figured there was so little, there was no point coming back down. Linda. If he would have, I would have woke up this morning and not had anything to ship or pull. And I wouldn't have any videos today, including anything. So I'm kind of glad he saved it for me, because then at least I can have some video content and keep YouTube moving along. Starter for 10 soundtrack, part of the Hastings buyout. Sold for $17.50, headed to Scottsdale, Arizona. $4. And ground is 2 cents cheaper. James. That's the bad one. I think I might have to get some new markers already. There's some new markers. Next up, we've got Aretha Franklin 45. Headed to Chicago, Illinois, sold for $5. And that's weird too. Like, I haven't sold much vinyl lately, so I turn off my sale, and then I sell 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of vinyl. It's like, huh? Weird things like that always make me wonder, what the hell is going on? Like, it can't be just a coincidence. I mean, you go from 0, basically, for several days, and then just, you make one little change and you sell 7. You know, it's just too odd. Too big of a change, you know? Makes you go question it. So, I don't know. But I could see the way this eBay site is set up, as messed up as it is. We can make one little change that could literally change the tails of everything. But what is that one little change? Like, if I went in and set all my items priced at ending in 9.4, then all of a sudden everything started selling. You know what I mean? Like, one little change that you don't expect, and then all of a sudden it tricks the algorithm or whatever, and you get better results. I don't know. I could see something like that happening. Sherman-Williams hat, nice hat. Sold for $9.50, headed to Richmond, Minnesota. It wouldn't shock me if something like that happened. I did sell a Boston Bruins jersey on Poshmark also. But I can't find it. And what's weird, it's got my old way of identifying it, where I spelt out P-O-S-H instead of P-M. And it's not where it should be. And I thought I've seen it before, just like laying out a place on my pinball machine, but it's not there. So I'm like, what the heck? So I can't figure that one out. So if I don't find that today, I'm going to have to cancel that order. Hunter. Next up, we've got Tampella and the Glazier Brothers, or something like that. Glasser Brothers. Vinyl, sold for $5.25, headed to Coconut Creek, Florida. So we're technically now at 9.5 hours with one sale. Berry. Next up, we've got Love Theme from Romeo and Juliet on cassette. Headed to Reading, Massachusetts. Sold for $10. Giro packs, if you need any. Affiliate link below, save 10%. Double mailers and poly bags. Cheapest online. Save an extra 10% using my code. The Vindu affiliates are still flowing in, I can tell you that. You guys are making a huge... And the Poshmark credits. You guys starting up Poshmark using my Poshmark thing. I don't even know where I put that. And it's being used like crazy. So I'm not sure how that works. A bunch of people are finding it. Martech, Maritime Tactical Systems hat. Head to San Francisco, sold for $15. See, I'm going back to overthinking again. Like, I'm thinking, okay, don't do the buy 2 or more, get free shipping. Just turn your sales back on. See if that does anything. But I know it's not going to. I've done that before. I've been in this spot. Haven't been in this spot, but not this bad. I just need to leave it alone. All right, put this in as an unknown dog logo. I couldn't find a team. Sold for $9.50. Headed to Farmington, Pennsylvania. I'm gonna be in the major negative today with all this shipping money coming out of no sales. Oh, and also tonight I'll be live. Check the community section for the link. Cocoa Bay channel at 7 p.m. Central Time. Print labels. Humdy humdy hum. I want to see like how far back goes. So let's see, in the 12 o'clock hour I had 2 sales last night. / this morning. No, 3. No, 4. So in the 12 o'clock hour I had 1, 2, 3, 4 sales. Then the 1 o'clock hour 1, and then it turned off. At the 11 o'clock hour I had 1, 2, 3. 10 o'clock hour I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like what, 5, 4, 5 sales, then 1, then shut off. That's not normal, you know. My guess is something's still down. They may still be doing maintenance on something as of right now. I mean, yesterday was pretty damn screwed up. That wouldn't surprise me. But like I said, nothing would surprise me anymore with eBay. The only thing that would surprise me is if it turned on and stayed on. With everything working properly, that would surprise me. My new camera didn't come today, or yesterday, so maybe it'll come today. And then maybe I'll start up a live channel. If I do that, I want to call it something cool, though. Or something that'll be catchy and bring in people. But I think I want to do it something. I think I want to go with it as not like a reseller type of thing, even though you guys can obviously use it as such. But I'm thinking more for work overall. You know, there's a lot of videos out there that do well, like work along videos, work with me videos. So if I could find a way to put it in a direction with not just resellers who are working alone, but students who are studying alone or whatever, you know, it might. Then that being said, I'd have to make sure I keep finding good background music, royalty-free background music. But I don't know if I can I'd have to figure out how to do that with maybe, I don't want to cut off the mic because you want the background noise also. But, just running through thoughts in my head on what to do with that. All right, print scan form. And then I got 2 internationals here. I mean, there's literally nothing coming through. No offers, no emails. The last email that came through was 11:18 last night. Before that was 9:51 question. 2 questions I haven't answered yet. So, I mean, literally nothing is coming through. All right. First up, we got the Saving Silverman DVD. Sold for $7 or $6, headed to Hong Kong. I know it's fine. Let me double check. I mean, if my sales turn back on once I hit 15 to 16% down again, then that's going to really be conspiracy right there. Conspiracy fact instead of a theory. $5.97. And next we've got Air Supply 45. Sold for $5.55. Headed to Canada. $5.55. yesterday. So 2 from yesterday, 2 from today. I should say 4 in the last 24 hours, international. All right. That's it. Oh my God, I've never had such a horrible time. Wow. All right, don't think about it, James. Just do work. Do work. I think maybe today I'll do a bunch of videos. You know, I'll do some hats so I can make hat videos. So I'll get those drafted. And then maybe I'll do a bunch of videos for the top 10 most expensive channel. Concentrate on the stuff that I can see the change happening. So, all right. I hope you guys are having a better day than I am. And I will see you all in the next video. Later. Ready, baby girl? Look at her, so cute.